Fake HOA officer tried to stop me at the gate. Then the military convoy surrounded him. There's a rule in the Army. You never block a convoy unless you're ready for what comes next. Apparently, no one gave that memo to the self-appointed HOA police in Fox Glen Ridge. Or maybe they thought I'd be too polite to push back. They were wrong. My name is Major Darius Wynn, U.S. Army Logistics and Operations. 20 years in uniform. I've led supply lines through desert storms and jungle blockades. But nothing prepared me for the fake authority of suburban America. After I returned stateside from a 6-month deployment assisting disaster zones, I moved my family to Fox Glen Ridge, a gated community in central Georgia. My wife liked the quiet. I liked the backyard. We thought we'd finally found home. We didn't know we just landed in the middle of a domestic power trip run by people with too much time and too little oversight. Her name was Karen Delacroix, head of the Fox Glen Standards Enforcement Patrol. That's what she called it. Anyway, the actual HOA had dissolved due to fraud 3 years earlier. But she and her crew, 4 guys with name tags and attitude, kept enforcing rules as if they were law. They fined my neighbor for having non-compliant wind chimes. They cited a widow for unapproved garden fencing. And the moment I pulled up in a matte black SUV with military plates, they circled like vultures. Karen came knocking that first weekend. "Mr. Wynn," she said, voice crisp and artificial. "This neighborhood discourages military-grade vehicles. It sets an aggressive tone." I blinked. Aggressive? "We ask residents to drive more peaceful models. You understand it's about aesthetic harmony." I didn't respond, just shut the door. She didn't take the hint. Fast forward to last week. I'd just been assigned to oversee a National Guard training convoy transporting equipment from the nearby base to a joint readiness center. We needed a local overnight stop. I offered the vacant community center lot across from my house, cleared, safe, and close. We got permits, cleared it with the city. My superiors approved the route. That morning, I drove ahead in my SUV to lead the convoy in. As I reached the neighborhood gate, a single orange barrier dropped in front of me. A man stepped out in a faux tactical vest, holding a printed HOA citation. "You're not authorized," he barked. "No heavy vehicles in this zone. Step out of the car." I rolled my window down halfway. "Sir, this is a permitted military route. Military doesn't override our rules," he snapped. "You can turn around." I stepped out of the SUV slowly. "What's your name, Officer Brent?" "Fox Glen Patrol." I pointed behind me. The rumble came first. Then the line appeared: 6 Humvees, 2 LMTVs, a comms vehicle, and 30 personnel in full gear. Brent's face went pale. Karen emerged from the clubhouse, arms raised, phone in hand. "They can't park here," she screamed. "This is private. This is my community." I walked to the front of the line and raised my hand. The convoy stopped on cue. Then I turned back to Brent and said loudly, "You are interfering with a lawful military operation under federal authority. Step aside or face detainment." A lieutenant stepped down beside me, radio in hand. "Orders." "Sir," I nodded. "Document everything." The fallout came quick. Video footage from the convoy's dash cams went viral. So did bystander footage of Karen yelling at a sergeant to respect her clipboard. One soldier replied, "Ma'am, we fight wars for that clipboard to exist. Please move." The mayor issued a formal apology within 24 hours. Turns out Karen had no legal status, no title, no authority, no permission to erect gates or barriers. Her group had installed fake security cameras and issued over 200 illegal citations. She was charged with impersonating a public official, obstructing federal operations, fraudulent use of HOA documents. Brent and the others fined and banned from civic participation for 5 years. The city intervened. The gates came down. A real neighborhood committee was voted in with oversight, and every resident who'd paid a fine was reimbursed. As for Karen, she moved to another town. But now, every time you search her name, the top result is Karen versus military convoy loses in 3 minutes. These days, the community center lot has a new sign reserved for community plus emergency operations, thanks to Major Darius Wynn. Sometimes the fight for freedom isn't overseas, it's on your street, and when you've stood against dictators, A fake HOA enforcer in sunglasses doesn't stand a chance. The end.